5. And we also want to celebrate all the New Orleanians who stood up, came back, and made sure we rebuild our city and our community.
Oh, yeah.
So Ashe,
Ashe.
Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's
Let's
march. March time. March time.
Yeah.
Ready for march.
Work is needed here. They can do everything else. Yeah, but I mean, this is crazy.
I had to make sure our family had a meal because we had to make sure sometimes you don't know where your next meal gonna come from. I was here. I was on Sheffield Highway about a high-rise hotel, and I cooked.
Lord, that's what he did.
That's why she's cutting off everything for our children. We don't have Nord like we used to have Nord. We don't have no books, nothing. And it's hard. These people are going out their pocket to pay for everything. Because I walk this path. When you walk this path, you can tell me about it. But when you didn't walk this path, you can't tell me nothing.
That's why we suffer with depression, anxiety.
That's why we
get
of course. And they wonder why our people constantly keep fighting amongst each other. But it's reality. Reality. When you face reality, when they knock at your door, they don't know nothing about that. Either. I was here. She can tell you. I slept in my front door. As the storm was passing. I lied. I walked, like I said, I had water up to here, and I'm 6'2". And I walked to go survive save somebody else's life.
I was in there by myself.
A lot of people infected. That's why a lot of
suffer with anxiety because of the Katrina storm. So when I'm here because of everybody we lost. All the lives we lost, from the 11 being broke, from the survival that we survived in there, from not sleeping, not eating, not taking a bath, from bathrooms being out of stock, from people, they had people being raped. I witnessed a police officer standing next to me in a Superdome from the top row, jumping and heads flared. This is real. Everybody got their own story. Believe that. Katrina, baby. I'm a Katrina, baby, for real. Believe that.
open us up?
Yeah. So I'm not actually starting with a prayer. I'm gonna go into a prayer. I just want to make sure and mark the occasion. I'm gonna try to talk this loud. If y'all in the streets, can you hear me? Okay.
Can you come out a little bit? Can you
Okay.
come out
Awesome.
behind the sign?
Oh, come out.
Yeah.
Sorry. My name is Rev Yearwood. I am the president of the Hip Hop Caucus, and I am always honored to be here with those who continue to keep this process alive. I want to say thank you to my brothers and sisters who I see every single year and who, yes indeed,
17.
and we continue to come to this spot because this spot is a spot where they imploded and destroyed the levees with disregard particularly for black life and brown life and indigenous life. And so we come here, and as I'm talking, I'm sure the ancestors are beginning to gather as well.
Oh, yeah.
And the ancestors are saying, thank you for not forgetting us,
Yes.
for remembering us, and not letting this be in vain. And so I want to thank those who organized this. I have to thank my dear brother, Ses 45. Who has, man, I remember when we were together from the On Attack Theater, when I was way in the years, and together he is the epitome for me from working in hip hop. He is the epitome of what I call an artivist, someone who is an artist and an activist put together, meaning they are an artivist. And he has used his cultural expression to shape our political experience. So I thank him and all those around him. I thank Wild Wayne, my dear brother, and all the artists and DJs and producers who have come here. This is us, for us. This is not some exterior process. So I want to make sure that's clear from the beginning. But let me say this as we start. Every year we've been here and we've had this. Last year we had Hurricane Ida. And there are many of those who are still suffering with the blue tarps on their homes from St. James Parish throughout that region because of Hurricane Ida. And so we joined with them. Hip Hop Caucus did a relief fund that I'm so proud of that was for Hurricane Ida relief survivors. And I want to say that those who are still suffering, we are still with you. But those who are here in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, I come here every year. And when I was here during the storm with Hurricane Maria, when it hit Puerto Rico, we stood here in solidarity with those. But today, as we're standing here, because of the climate crisis, we are still in the midst of those who are in Pakistan. 1,000 people lost their lives this week because of those who continue to profit from fossil fuels, from Shell and Exxon and Chevron and many of those who build their fossil fuel plants in our communities, calling our amazing state Cancer Alley. Our state shouldn't be called Cancer Alley, it should be Hope Alley. It should be Opportunity Alley. Yes. It should be a place where those can come to, where they can live and flourish. But because of the fossil fuel industry, they continue to put pollution and poison in our communities. And so today when we stand here, we connect the dots because we talk about climate justice, but climate justice is racial justice, and racial justice is climate justice. And so we connect the dots. We understand what happens because when you do not care about a community, you allow that community to drown before your eyes. And so we, as people of color, as black people, as those who follow our ancestors, we rise up right now in the spirit of those to say that madness must stop right now. And though you think that this is the path of least resistance, it is not the path. We got to come through this way and come through us to get to our communities. And so on this year, on the 17th anniversary of Katrina, we lift up those like Mama D, Diane French Crow, and all those who came before us, and we pour libations for those who lost their lives, those who drowned in the streets, those who drowned in their homes, those who drowned who were stopped on the Crescent City Connections, who were stopped by the Crescent City Police Department, who were stopped by those who shut down charity hospitals, those so much atrocities that happened here. We cannot not mark this moment.
Yes.
We cannot mark this moment because we live. And because we live, we got to fight. And because we live, we must proclaim justice for the next generation. And so we stand up and we come together as Muslim and Christians and brothers and sisters, black and white and brown and yellow and male and female and straight and gay, as humans. We come together to mark this moment, that when the disaster happened and it took our family and friends, that there's a remnant that still remains to fight for justice and fight for our people. Not only here in New Orleans, but in Detroit and in Houston, Washington, D.C., in Miami, all throughout, where you think you can persecute black people. We rise up. Then you know that 17 years later, here we stand. Yes. Here we stand. Yes. Here we stand. Yes. Here we stand. All power to the people. 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 Now we pour libations. We pour libations in memory of the names of those who were lost, but never forgotten. Amen. God bless you. Let's push on. Amen.
So this is Sister Upenda Glover. She helped organize with us from day one, and I just honor this sister, and I want to make sure she have an opportunity just to, share and reflect over these 17 years.
First of all, from the bottom of my heart, I thank each and every one of you for standing here on this ground today, for not forgetting that devastation, for letting it be something that just got washed away with the water. Amen. I thank you, each and every one of you, for holding this memory in your heart. Don't let this go by. Don't let this be forgotten ever. This is the third time they blew. How? How do you get any kind of rights if you're always economically deprived?
Amen.
How? If all your equity is obliterated every 40 years, how do you attain those rights that we deserve because we are born on this land, America, in this state, Louisiana? Now I'm going to tell y'all what's been happening to me, just me, since I started this work in 2011. I'm sorry, 2006. I haven't been here since 2011. And I'm going to make this short because it covers the next 11 years. All right, in 2010, I was robbed. In 2011, I was fired from all my work. My truck was shot at. In 2012, my son was poisoned. He lost his mind. He ended up in a mental institution. In 2013, I was arrested for walking down the street. My nephew was arrested. NOPD lied and said that he was shooting at them where they attacked my nephew, and he almost died. In 2014, I was robbed again. My son was assaulted. My taxes in Jefferson Parish doubled arbitrarily. In 2015, I was assaulted again. My taxes were doubled arbitrarily. My court case with Patrick Hale DeJean disappeared. I never saw a day in court because the entire court case vanished. In 2016, I was assaulted again, and I have never been able to find stable work for my technical expertise. I used to work in construction. I was a construction administrator. I helped build more than 20 schools from Katrina money. You heard me? All uptown, all downtown, even the Sanchez Center. The construction crew I worked for helped build the Sanchez Center, which Obama went through. But why couldn't I find full-time work? Didn't happen for me. 2017, I was assaulted again and hospitalized. Then my business was imploded when I was at Circle Food Store. Imploded, like boom, it died in 2017. 2018, I'm still looking for full-time work. 2019, my Gmax and Gmail were hacked. So I lost email I had had for almost 15 years. I had 6 jobs in 2019. I went from a construction administrator to a janitor because nobody would hire me in my industry. My house was shot at again. In 2020, they tried to burn me to death twice. I lost the roof off my house in Hurricane Zeta. Then in 2021, I had to move 6 times. I never stopped being stalked. I never stopped being attacked. I never stopped being mauled. I still have not found work in my industry. As of 2022, I have been blacklisted across this state as a construction administrator with millions of dollars of experience under my belt, and I have managed all kinds of construction companies. Why can't I find work? Did I screw anything? Hell no! I'm damn near perfect at what I do. I'm a beast. But why can't I find work? I didn't work with the biggest construction companies in this goddamn state, from Bow to Lemoyne. Why can't I find work? But they blacklisted me. I have been shot at, assaulted, robbed, denied work. LCMC has made sure I suffered. The Louisiana medical system, whatever that is, you want to talk about medical apartheid? I have been through hell. Is it because I did this work? I don't know, but I'd like to think so, because it's a voice of truth. This work is a voice of truth, a voice of memory. We can never forget that they take from us what we work for. We can never forget the people that we lost every single year. We have to remember that. We have to. Because if we don't, and we don't tell our children's children for this to be here forever, for them to never lose sight that government will obliterate you no matter what color you are. Because this ain't just about black people. White folks died all up in Araby, all up in St. Bernard. So I want y'all to know, I ain't been here because I couldn't. My son right now is in a medical institution. He is never going to be the engineer that he was supposed to be. My son had full scholarship to the University of New Orleans in 2012. So he busted his ass as he was doing Katrina work, as he was handing out flyers, selling t-shirts, giving out water, riding in a truck, picking up trash, picking up chairs. My son, who did this work, is in a mental institution. I am blacklisted across the state. I have applied to every construction company for the work that I do. But right now I'm busting tables, yo. I'm busting tables. I'm making sure somebody's plate ain't in their face.
All right, sister.
I got no disrespect for the work. I'm grateful for it. Because it's honest and I ain't no hoe. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. If they going to beat me down because I did this work, I'm going to let you know, fuck them and it's worth it. Y'all better come every year.
That's right.
You better be here every year. Somebody has suffered in real time for each and every one of you to be here right now. For everybody to come and remember. No, let our ancestors be shamed. Y'all better be here every year. And that's all. Thank you for your ear. I love you. Thank you.
So I just appreciate everybody coming out. As you can see, just from the the mix of people that's here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what New Orleans look like, for as a community. Young, old, male, female, all different, shades. Like, we do this because the people who stood before us, they done it. Like, they stood up and, fought for people like myself when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And we making sure that there is a future that's inclusive of people that look like us in New Orleans. So just, fighting a good fight, here for the good trouble. But, we also know, like, our spirit and, the people in this city is all, family oriented. Like, there's so much love that was shown to me as a kid, and I want to make sure that the kids in New Orleans get to grow up and feel that same love, right? And all of the elders that looked out for us, we want to make sure we look out for those elders, because we're going to be elders, one day, right? And, it's just so much freedom you get from just doing good work.
Right.
And we searching for freedom, but we not asking, we demanding it, we taking it, and we putting it on our backs. We not looking for nobody to give us nothing. We gonna make New Orleans the way it's supposed to be from the work that we do and what we doing, And so right now, we just want to call some names, some folks that can't be here because they lost their lives during the aftermath of Katrina. And we want to honor those people, those New Orleanians, those people like Robert Green's mother.
Joyce Green, Shanae Green, 3 years old, died in 25 feet of water. My mother Joyce actually died on the rooftop, and we came back and found her in the same location 120 days later. But we still persevere, we still love our community. So we were rooftop riders, and anybody who survives the storm now survives on the roof. So we were the beginning, the original, with the whole ninth ward. Families that survived on the rooftops.
Ashe. Ashe. So we want to call the names and then say Ashe. So if you lost anybody, call out a family member's name.
Dirty.
Ashe.
Ashe. Mr. Merlin and Edna Getson. Ashe.
Bernice Green.
Ashe.
Avalon.
Ashe. Shirley Lott.
George Leah.
Evan Looper.
Carla Landry. Herbert and Lydia Getson. Lamar.
Ashe.
Helen Law.
All their names.
Marie Latino.
All their names.
Mama D. Deborah Law.
All their names. Call their name. Herbert Blanchard. Call their name. Florence Blanchard. Call their name. Marjorie Blanchard. Ashe. Gloria Blackbird. Ashe. Desiree Blitzer. Ashe. Gerald Brown. Ashe. Linda Brown. Ashe. Roosevelt Bro. Ashe. Roosevelt Brugger. Ashe. Ella Beard. Ashe. Sonia Beard.
Ashe.
Justin Babin.
Ashe.
Frank Mancino.
Ashe.
Paul Acado.
Ashe.
Brother Acosta.
Ashe.
Dale Alexander.
Ashe.
Cecilia Alexis.
Ashe.
Hollis Alford.
Ashe.
Evelyn.
5. And we also want to celebrate all the New Orleanians who stood up, came back, and made sure we rebuild our city and our community.
Oh yeah.
So Ashe.
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 So let's get it. Let's get it.
We about to
Let's
march.
get it. Let's go.
March time. March time.
Yeah,
Ready as a walk.
Oh yeah.
He's a big chief. He's a big chief of the nation. The whole wide creation. Oh, he won't.
Oh yeah.
If not, it could buy you.